Welcome back. You're still tuned into Halftime Report on CNBC-TV18. Markets continue to reel under some pressure. The Nifty is down 50 points as we speak and is seeing some cuts there as well. So let's move on and talk about a Nasdaq-listed software maker, Freshworks, which reported Q4 earnings this week. It was a strong quarter for new business and the company clocked the highest number of new deals in a single quarter. The company also exceeded the annual recurring revenue of $500 million. Reema Tendulkar caught up with Chief Executive Officer Girish Mathrubootham and listen in to what he had to say.
I think we are calling the guidance as we see it. And as we all know, we are living in a tough macro environment. And first of all, I would say at Freshworks, we are happy with how we ended Q4 and how we ended the whole year 2022. Q4 was a strong quarter for us in terms of, specifically in terms of new business. But a good portion of our growth actually comes from what we call as expansion revenue, which is our existing customers adding more seats and licenses. And because of the macro, we are seeing pressure there, especially when companies are not hiring people or when some of them are laying off employees. So that expansion revenue is under pressure, and all of that is factored into the guidance for 2023. So we are assuming that the macro is going to continue like this for most of the year. And but having said that, if the macro situation improves and companies go back to hiring and adding more people, then we would actually see our growth along with that increase.
So just in the near term, as things stand, perhaps in January and the next 3 months for which you may have visibility, could you give us an indication by how much has your expansion revenue come down? Has there been a drop of 10%? Has there been a drop of 5%? This is the revenue that you get from your existing clients, right?
Right. So I think you can backwork that. What we have actually publicly stated numbers. Net dollar retention is a good metric that used to be in the 115-116% range for us. In the last quarter, it was 107 on a reported basis. So clearly, you could see that expansion is seeing pressure anywhere to the tune of, say, 8 to 10, 11%.
So there has been a decline or an impact of 8 to 10% from the expansion side?
Yes.
Okay, but you're going to use this year to focus a lot on profitability. In fact, that has been the focus. You turned free cash flow positive last year. Now the focus is turning positive at the EBITDA level. Can you walk us through the path to profitability?
Yeah, see, at Freshworks, we have always operated the company very efficiently. In fact, we were free cash flow positive even 2 years ago. I think last year, our cost increased primarily on the basis of the cost of running a public company, right? And there is a lot of G&A spend that we have to incur as a public company, and that we actually told that we will be cash flow positive in Q4, and we came in cash flow positive. We generated 4 million of free cash flow in Q4, and the plan for this year is to be free cash flow positive and continue the journey to profitability. And we are looking at it in 3 steps. First, we will get to free cash flow profitability, and then immediately follow that with profitability on a non-GAAP operating basis. And then the next step would be to get to GAAP operating profit, which includes all the stock-based compensation and all of the other accounts.
All right. With that, let's just keep an eye out on MRF. They reported their numbers. The revenue growth was a little higher than the EBITDA growth, so that indicated some sort of margin compression for them, as a result of which we are seeing the stock currently off highs, lower by almost 1% on MRF. So just watch out for that. Margin miss is something that the street doesn't like. From the highs, we have seen a sharp dip, so we will get some more details on MRF as well. The EBITDA growth lower than the revenue growth, indicating some sort of compression. We take a short break. On the other side, we'll get you excerpts of our conversation with Nick Walker, who's the CEO at Cairn Oil and Gas, from the sidelines of the India Energy Week. Stay tuned.